Also, the fight over union rights in Wisconsin taking another turn this week.
That's right. Some of the state's largest public employee unions are deciding not to seek recertification. Unions representing some 50,000 workers opted not to hold member votes, saying they would be too expensive, while some smaller unions are voting to keep their unions intact. This is all being played out after the Republican legislature eliminated most collective bargaining rights earlier this year. Fox 11's Mark Leland brings us balanced coverage.
Wisconsin state union workers fought hard earlier this year to keep their collective bargaining rights. But after months of political debate, the unions lost out and can now only negotiate wages. With those changes, some unions are choosing not to recertify.
For the most part, it's a local decision, so the local decides whether or not they want to go through the process. Yeah.
Dean DeBrew represents Bay Lakes United Educators, a teachers union for several northeast Wisconsin school districts. He says the decision comes down to the costs to hold a recertification vote and keep in touch with union members.
It's also, I think, set up that way by design so that it makes it difficult for unions to afford to be able to do this.
The new law no longer automatically takes out union dues from an employee's paycheck, so unions have to go directly to their members. Republican lawmakers say it puts the control back in the workers' hands.
You know, for the first time, our employees in the state of Wisconsin have the opportunity and the freedom to choose whether they want to belong to a union and whether they want to pay dues to a union. And that's the first time in 50 years. So I think what we did this spring actually is working.
The state's teachers union isn't saying how many members are still paying dues, but announced last month it was laying off 40% of its staff. The union, representing some 350 assistant district attorneys across the state, plans to recertify. Union President David Feiss says even after losing some of its clout, the union still holds value.
You know, we thought this was a critical right for us when we became state employees. We still think it's a critical right, and we want to continue to participate in the process, even though the process has been significantly weakened.
Now, without recertifying, unions can still exist, and they can request informal talks with state agencies in an effort to achieve their goals. But those agencies could deny such talks, and formal negotiations will be gone altogether. Tom and Michelle?
All right, Mark, thanks.